انت ازاي مش بتستثمر في البورصه المصريه؟ هتسالني وانا ممكن اعمل كده ازاي؟ شركه فيصل مؤمنه بان البورصه هي افضل طريق لمضاعفه اموالك وتكوين ثروه. شركه فيصل ما عندهاش غير هدف واحد بس، تحقيق اعلى ارباح للعملاء. لان ببساطه شركه فيصل عندها افضل محللين وباحثين في البورصه معتمدين من هيئه الرقابه الماليه، بيتابعوا الاحداث والاخبار لحظه بلحظه، وبيعملوا تقارير وابحاث ماليه وفنيه واقتصاديه لمساعده العملاء.
Mr. Ambassador, please have a seat. Hello. Yeah. Sorry. May I have your attention, please? Attention, please. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, it is with great honor to welcome you all today as we address one of the most important topics under our newly launched Investment and Foreign Relations Committee, whereby we take a significant step forward in our shared efforts to enhance Egypt's international economic presence. This committee was established with a forward-looking vision and a clear mandate to promote investment flows, strengthen international partnerships, and serve as a strategic platform for dialogue between the Egyptian business community and global markets. We aim to create tangible channels for cooperation driven by private sector insights and aligned with national priorities. Today, we deliberately chose this topic for our event, opportunities for developing Egyptian-African economic relations in light of current challenges. Why Africa and why now? Because we believe this is where Egypt's strategic depth lies, and this is where untapped potential awaits. So actually, this concept serves under the role of our committee, which we hope to play, not only by identifying investment prospects, but by creating space for informed dialogue, unlocking strategic insights, and building cross-border networks of trust. At the Egyptian Business Council for International Cooperation, we believe in a future where Egyptian enterprises are active across African markets, not just as exporters, but as long-term investors, job creators, and partners in development. We also believe that fostering trust, transparency, and knowledge exchange among our business communities will be key to unlocking this shared potential. So today, our gathering is more than just a seminar. It's a signal to ourselves, to our partners, and to the world that Egypt is committed to building stronger, more resilient, and more united African economy. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here with us tonight. And please allow me to give the floor to our chairman of the Egyptian Business Council and the Canada-Egypt Business Council as well, Engineer Raslan.
Thank you, Rania, and for the great effort you've done to form this event. اسمحوا لي I will say this word in Arabic and then we'll continue in English. أولاً أود أن أرحب بالسادة الوزراء محمد عباس حلمي في طريقه الوصول ومعالي الوزير أحمد درويش. الحمد لله على السلامة يا فندم، ما شفتكش. And I would like also to welcome Dr. Mustafa Atwood, سعادة المحافظ, and the ambassadors of Bangladesh and of our dear friend Ingrid Amer from Estonia, and the ambassadors of Latvia and Belarus. They'll be arriving very soon. حضرات السيدات والسادة، دائما ما يطلقون على قارة أفريقيا إنها أرض الفرص الواعدة ومخزن الثروات الطبيعية، فلديها كل المقومات لتكون القارة الأغنى في العالم. فلديها سوق استهلاكي ضخم ويزيد على 1.3 مليار نسمة، و60% من الثروات البشرية في سن الشباب، وتمتلك نصف احتياطي الذهب ونحو 30% من احتياطي الثروات المعدنية الهامة في العالم، كما تمتلك نحو 60% من مساحة الأرض الزراعية الصالحة للزراعة في العالم، ونحو 45% من القدرات في مجال الطاقة المتجددة. أرقام تؤكد أن المستقبل كان وسيظل في قارتنا الأفريقية، ولكن رغم اليقين بالفرص الهائلة في قطاعات التجارة والاستثمار والزراعة وكافة قطاعات الاقتصاد، لأن مصر تجاهلت هذا السوق الضخم لسنوات طويلة وركزت جهودها نحو أسواق أشد تعقيدا وأكثر بعدا، وأضاعت الكثير من الفرص القريبة، وهذا يظهر في ضعف حجم التجارة البينية والاستثمارات المشتركة، والذي لا يرقى مطلقا للرصيد الكبير الذي يوفره البعدين التاريخي والجغرافي لمصر مع القارة الأفريقية. لذلك كان من غير المنطقي استمرار الغياب عن هذا السوق، وذلك في الوقت الذي نجحت فيه الكثير من الدول في تعزيز حضورها الاستثماري والتجاري بقارتنا، مثل الصين الذي تجاوز حجم تجارتها مع أفريقيا 282 مليار دولار في 23، وتركيا التي حققت 27 مليار دولار في أول 9 أشهر من عام 24، بالإضافة إلى الكثير من الدول الأوروبية. أيها السادة الحضور، يقول رجل الأعمال الأمريكي الشهير جيري جونز: لا تبحث عن الفرص البعيدة إلا بعد أن تنتهي من استغلال جميع الفرص الموجودة. لذلك عملت القيادة السياسية منذ يوليو 2014 على استعادة الدور الريادي المصري للقارة وإصلاح بوصلة العلاقات المصرية الأفريقية وتوجيهها نحو المستقبل. وخلال هذه الفترة عملت على تفعيل كثير من المبادرات وتنشيط الاتفاقيات لدفع العلاقات الاقتصادية المشتركة من أجل تحقيق التنمية وتعزيز فرص التجارة والاستثمار. أيها السادة الحضور، المتابع لأرقام وإحصائيات تجارة مصر مع أفريقيا يلحظ أن هناك تطورا ملحوظا، وحسب الجهاز المركزي للتعبئة العامة والإحصاء فقد ارتفع حجم التبادل التجاري بين مصر ودول الاتحاد الأفريقي وتكتلاته الاقتصادية إلى 9.2 مليار دولار عام 23، كما ارتفع حجم الاستثمارات المصرية في أفريقيا إلى 14 مليار دولار. بالتأكيد هذه الأرقام لا ترقى لمستوى الطموحات، ولكن هناك تحول ورغبة شديدة في دفع العلاقات، وهناك تحركات على كافة المستويات. ولعل لقائنا اليوم يؤكد حرص منظمات الأعمال على دعم ومساندة جهود الدولة واستثمار كل الفرص لتنمية العلاقات الاقتصادية المصرية الأفريقية. وفي هذا الإطار يحضرني مثل برضو أفريقي شهير يقول: في الغابة تتخاصم الأشجار بأغصانها وتتعانق بجذورها. ذكرت هذه المقولة لأؤكد أن الروابط المصرية الأفريقية ممتدة، ومهما ابتعدت إلا أن الجذور ثابتة وراسخة منذ بدء الخليقة، وعلينا استثمار هذه الروابط لتحقيق الرفاهية لشعوبنا. لذلك أيها السادة، حرصنا على تنظيم هذا اللقاء الهام للتباحث والنقاش واستثمار هذا التواجد القوي لمعرفة أهم التحديات وأهم الحلول لدعم هذا التوجه نحو تنمية العلاقات الاقتصادية المصرية الأفريقية. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great honor to open this important event where we gather to discuss and enhance the economic relations between Egypt and our fellow African nations. We are especially privileged to have with us today three distinguished African ambassadors whose leadership and vision inspire all of us. His Excellency Mohamedou Labarange, Ambassador of Cameroon, His Excellency Sadiq Sila, Ambassador of Sierra Leone, His Excellency Lieutenant General Charles Angina, the Deputy Head of Mission of the Republic of Uganda. Your Excellencies, your presence here reaffirms the strong bonds of cooperation between our two nations, our countries and the continent. And let us use this opportunity to share ideas, build a new partnership, and work together towards sustainable economic growth for all our people. And before I would like to give the floor to Mr. Sharif Al-Gabali, I would like to welcome السفير إيهاب عوض, مستشار وزير الخارجية للشؤون الأفريقية, and I would like to welcome our dear guests from Zambia, the delegation, Honorable Malongo Shishingano, sorry if I pronounce the name wrong, Member of Parliament and First Deputy Speaker, and His Honorable Pei Kasun, Member of Parliament and Minister of Justice, and Major General Topli Molambo Lupaya, His Excellency Ambassador. I'm so sorry. And before I end, I would like to give really a very big welcome to a very dear friend and partner, to Dr. Sharif Gabali. Dr. Sharif Gabali is a very dear friend, and he's a man very successful business-wise and political-wise, and actually he did a great effort in enhancing the relation between Africa and Egypt, and he gave a lot of his time for this, for this idea, and I think we wish him a very good, all the best in his endeavor. And I would like to tell you that our friends, his nickname is Mr. Africa. So good luck, Sharif, and wish you all the best, and thank you for coming. Sharif, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you, dear Mu'taz, for the nice presentation, and I'm very happy today that the Council has taken this opportunity to discuss and improve and strengthen the economic relation between Egypt and Africa. Well, this for me is a passion. Africa is a passion for me. As you may know, I had the Africa Affairs Committee in the Egyptian Parliament. I had the Africa Relation Committee in the Federation of Industries. I had the Africa Committee in the Egyptian Businessmen Association. So my heart is with Africa. You're right. Yeah. Actually, it's very important for us here in Egypt. Egypt has historically been a very strong supporter of liberation movements in Africa. During President Nasser in the 60s, Egypt played a major role in the liberation of many African countries. And many of the African leaders have actually came to Egypt for education, whether universities or military academies. And as you may know, that Egypt is one of the first countries that has been involved in the formation of the African Union. And President Sisi has, as my friend Mu'taz said, has returned Egypt politically very strong since he took over the presidency of Egypt in 2014. And today, politically, Egypt has a very strong presence. You see, every month, maybe we have 1 or 2 presidents from Africa visiting Egypt. This week, we had the president of Angola, and I had the pleasure, I had the honor to be in the meeting. And we had also yesterday the president of Comoros. So every month we have a president from Africa. This shows how important for us is Africa. On the other hand, on the economic side, we don't have still that strength in Africa. Although Egypt is a very strong economic base, the figure that my friend Mu'taz has $9 billion, actually most of it is in North Africa, not in Sub-Saharan Africa. The trade between Egypt and Sub-Saharan Africa is meager. I mean, and is not up to the level that should be. So we're doing a lot of efforts from the business community in Egypt to improve our presence in Africa from an economic side. You know, we do trade missions to different African countries. Next week or the week after, we are making a trade mission to Cote d'Ivoire from the Federation of Egyptian Industries. So we're doing our best to try to because many African countries actually don't know about Egyptian products, for example. And we believe that for us, trade is a two-way. We want to sell to Africa and we want to buy from Africa, not one way. This is how we think. I've been nearly to most of the African countries. Of course, I'd like to welcome again the first deputy speaker of the Zambian Parliament and the minister of Justice of Zambia. I'd like to welcome them. Thank you for coming. So today we have this session today with prominent ambassadors, and we'd like to listen to their point. There are many opportunities for us. You know, Egypt is, for example, has a vast experience in infrastructure today, and Africa needs a lot of infrastructure. One of the very important weaknesses of Africa is infrastructure, roads, and so on. So we have big mega projects. For example, we have the project of the Lake Victoria to Alexandria. This is a very important project that we're working on. Egypt is working on with the different African countries. And this should connect several African countries by river. And that, of course, eventually will improve the trade so much. We're also working on the Cape Town Alexandria road, and I think Egypt has done its part of the road. It's already finished. That also is a very huge mega project, but we still need the other African countries also to put effort in this, because this, without a decent infrastructure, it's very difficult that we improve the trade. We have. We are also looking at agriculture, investment in agriculture. In Africa, we have formed a committee 2 weeks ago with the Minister of Agriculture and the African Committee in the Parliament, and the Agriculture Committee in the Parliament, and the Agriculture Committee in the Senate House, to look at the opportunities to invest strongly in Africa. We import a lot of our commodities like wheat, corn, soya, from different countries of the world. So why not invest in Africa and plant there and bring the product to Egypt, for example? So there will be an investment in the African countries. At the same time, Egypt also will benefit from that. So today we have, together with our ambassadors, we'll discuss with them the different opportunities. Ambassador Labarang has been here for 17 years. He is the dean of the ambassadors, African ambassadors in Egypt. Maybe he's the dean of all ambassadors. 17 years, I'm sure you are the oldest ambassador here, old not in age but in years. So you know Egypt very well by now. The ambassador from Sierra Leone has great opportunities. I remember they came to us in the parliament with a delegation from the parliament there. There are great opportunities in Sierra Leone, for example. mining, agriculture, whatever. You know, Africa has everything, has cobalt, has lithium, oil, gas, whatever you want. But how to develop that, how to develop an industry in Africa. That's what we're going to discuss today with our friends here from Africa. Thank you very much, Mu'taz. And we discuss.
Thank you, Chief. Before we give for the next speaker, I would like to welcome His Excellency Muhammad Arabi. Sorry, Muhammad, it's the name's misprinted. I'm going to fire them, don't worry. Thank you for coming, Your Excellency. Thank you.
I'll start with you, Ambassador, okay? You have been in Egypt many years, and I'm sure you know a lot about the Egyptian economy, about the Egyptian industry. You have done that. So what do you think, in your opinion, are the ways and means for us to improve the economic presence of Egypt in Africa, making use of all the experience we have, which are totally underutilized, in my opinion? On my experience also, I've seen it on the ground. So I'd like to hear your point of view on that. And what opportunities can Cameroon also offer to us as Egyptian investors, and also what we can do with we need to buy also from Cameroon things. As Mu'taz said, that the inter-Africa trade is not more than 15%. And that's a very, very, it's a figure that should not be really existing, you know, inter-Africa trade. So I'd like to listen to your opinion.
Thank you, Dr. Gebali, my friend, and for a long time. I would like, first of all, to welcome our guests here, those who came from Zambia, from the other African countries, and of course, all the captains of industries that are here, our colleagues from other countries, from other continents. Yes, I've been here about 17 years. I came to Egypt in October 2008. So I've seen it all. I've seen how Egypt, this big country, this great country, has been, struggling to overcome all the hardships. And we see what we see today is a clear testimony of the capacity of this country to really be a leader in all fields, especially the economic fields. You are asking me to articulate about what are the hindrances that we are facing. In fact, the problem of Africa is not a problem of lack of opportunities. Everybody knows that, in spite of all the odds that our continent is facing, our continent is today considered the better risk, and as far as investment and trade is concerned. The main problem that we are facing in Egypt is the lack of knowledge of where the opportunities really are and what are the niches that need to be addressed, so that we can really see the cooperation between our countries south of Sahara with Egypt prosper. First, the Egyptian economy, especially the private sector, is a very vibrant. They are, most of them, they are geared towards the traditional markets, which is the Gulf region and the Western European countries. I think that in the past, if we go back to the early years of independence of our countries, the president of Egypt was really strong. And Egypt has a very, very strong image in the psyche of Africans, because they help us in our struggle through independence. And also when everything was really difficult, we saw Egypt before our coming to our assistance. For example, when at the time where there were lots of disease and everything, we saw the Egyptian government and Egypt coming to help. So the openness of our countries is such that we do not understand why our economic and commercial ties are very low. One of the reasons maybe is that the Egyptian private sector is a little bit fearing to invest profoundly and progress big way in our countries, because they don't know the markets, they don't know the way, the development that have been going on in our countries during the years that Egypt was a little bit reluctant to, the reason why. So now everybody is rushing to Africa. People say the land of opportunities, but opportunities do not translate into potentials if we do not come and do the homework on the spot. So we, as ambassadors, African ambassadors, as you know, we have been struggling to open our countries to our brothers from Egypt, but they still are very reluctant to come. One of the issues is that when you put the question, they will say it's very difficult to get visas. This thing is a thing of the past now. All of our countries now, all our countries in Africa have now taken steps to open up, because why those other countries like China, India, Turkey do come and the Egyptians do not do? So it is not a question that of not being open, especially now that we have the the African Intercontinental Free Trade Agreement that has been signed, that has been put into action. We do not understand. So what we do, and you remember, your association, we try to really do our job. In 2017, we as African ambassadors, we decided to publish a booklet, common booklet from all our embassies, stating what are for each country of present here, what are the possibilities that are open in our countries, the priorities, the legal framework of doing business, the that are being given, and of course, this booklet was published in 2000. Of course, Egypt, President Sisi was at the helm of the African Union. It was a very big success, and we saw it opening a little bit. But after that, we said that we should know what are the actors that we need to address, so that there could be, a push to that. You remember, Excellency, we had this conference with the bankers, the investors, and your institution, and other Egyptian institutions to bring to you, not only showing the opportunities, but also what are the